You didn't lose money this year. It was taken from you. Not by the tax office, not with a bill, and not with your permission. It happened quietly, while you worked, while prices crept up, while headlines said the economy was growing. This is the silent tax you pay every year, even if you owe the government nothing. And right now, it matters more than people realize, because for the first time in decades, this tax isn't hiding anymore. Let's start with something simple. Imagine you keep $1,000 in cash, not invested, not spent, just sitting there. Next year, that same $1,000 is still $1,000, but it buys less food, less fuel, less time. No one touched your money, yet part of it vanished. That loss has a name: inflation. But calling it inflation makes it sound like weather, natural, accidental, out of anyone's control. It isn't. Here's how it actually works. Modern money isn't backed by gold, it's backed by trust and debt. When governments spend more than they collect, they don't dig into a vault, they borrow. And when borrowing gets expensive, central banks step in. They lower interest rates, they create new money, they buy government debt with money that didn't exist before. On paper, nothing looks wrong. Debt is funded, markets stay calm, growth continues. But in the real world, something subtle happens. More money starts chasing the same goods. Prices rise, wages lag, savings shrink in real terms. That gap between what your money used to buy and what it buys now is the tax. No forms, no vote, no announcement, just erosion. And here's the uncomfortable math. If inflation runs at 5%, your cash loses 5% of its purchasing power every year. At 10%, it's gone in about 7 years. Not stolen all at once, just thinned out, slowly. Now here's the irony. The people least affected by this tax are the people with assets. Stocks adjust, real estate reprices, debt becomes easier to pay back. But cash holders, savers, wage earners, they pay in full. This is why inflation is sometimes called a transfer of wealth, not from rich to poor, but from the cautious to the leveraged, from people who save money to systems that create it. And the timing matters. After years of cheap money, governments are deep in debt. Raising taxes is unpopular. Cutting spending is painful. Inflation, on the other hand, does the work quietly. It reduces the real value of debt. It boosts tax revenues automatically as prices rise. And it spreads the cost across millions of people who never see the bill. Publicly, inflation is framed as a problem to be solved. Privately, it's a pressure release valve, necessary, useful, manageable, as long as it doesn't get out of hand. That's the trade-off no one likes to say out loud. Now zoom out. Over long periods, this silent tax shapes behavior. It discourages holding cash. It pushes people toward risk. It rewards borrowing and penalizes patience. And it changes how power works in the economy. Those closest to new money benefit first: governments, banks, large institutions. Everyone else adjusts later, after prices have already moved. By the time you feel it, the transfer has already happened. So when you hear that inflation is cooling or under control, the real question isn't whether prices stop rising, it's whether the damage is already locked in. Because once purchasing power is gone, it doesn't come back. Your money still says the same number, but it tells a different story. Which raises an uncomfortable thought. If this tax is invisible, if it requires no approval, and if it solves problems no one wants to face directly, is it really temporary? Or is it the most permanent feature of the modern financial system hiding in plain sight?